Hi, my name is Kyle Parsons, and I started coming to camp after 6th grade, and I haven't stopped, and I just turned 29, so I think that's 17 years in a row. And I'd love to share a little piece of my faith story with you all. When I was a young person, I was pretty lucky because I was brought up in the church. So you get these great examples of what Christian life looks like. But I think it also happens where you're kind of told what it should look like instead of making it personal and your own. So for me, I remember when I was in high school, I would go on Wednesday nights to youth group and Sunday morning Sunday school. I'd get to come to camp every summer and have fun and be silly. But it was kind of like I had a box. And in that box was my God stuff, my church life. But then you grow up and you go off, in my case, I went off to college and suddenly I had to make all these different decisions, and that clean little box for my faith didn't work the same way. And you start to make decisions about who you want to be and what you want to be associated with. And sometimes I relied on my faith, and other times I didn't think about it at all. For example, I tried to find a church, but when it didn't work for me, when I didn't feel comfortable anywhere, I just kind of stopped going. And I think that probably affected me at the time more than I realized. But as I grew up and I continued to have this faith, I met the woman that I would go on to marry. And I had to start to ask a new set of questions, like, what kind of husband do I want to be? What kind of man do I want to be in this relationship? And that really kind of started to cue some things in for me, because now I'm not just thinking about my faith, I'm thinking about somebody else's faith and how another person's relationship to God looks different than mine. And it helped me to really understand that each relationship that you have with Jesus is special and unique. And I think I've learned from that to grow a little further. And now as an adult, I really spend a lot of time thinking about, am I relying on my faith? And am I walking a Christian life? Because that's what I want to do. And yeah, I fall and I fail and I mess that up a lot, but I've learned that my faith has grown and taken so many different shapes over time. And it looks a lot different than it did when I was in high school. But that's not because God changed, that's because I changed. And I realized that God was ready for me at any stage, whether I was struggling, whether I was happy, whether I was sad or glad or mad or confused, which was a lot of times. God was there for me. And I really think that God is ready for all of us whenever we rely on Him. It's just a question of whether you're going to take that step in your faith and choose to rely on God. So God is ready to be in all the parts of your life. God is ready for you. You just have to seek Him and have faith in Him. If I could leave you with one message, it's that God is ready for you.